Welcome, all you comic fans. I'm Cadence.
Hey, I'm Matt, and welcome to the couch. As you know, we're back with another edition of the couch where we break down the comic book landscape and let you into our world. We are using a new format, yeah, should be fun. As you can see, my guest tonight is Cadence.
Hi.
All right, well, shall we get into it?
Yes.
Okay, first off, let's go to chat. We got Rose Kirby. Oof, yeah. Good morning from Rose. Just to let you know, I can't do this any longer. Cannot see properly, and will just be listening. Um, I'm sorry to hear that, Rose.
Yeah.
Last I heard, you were getting some eye surgery done, I believe. I hope that goes well for you. So let us know how it's going. Okay. Nobody's illusion. How's everybody doing tonight? Doing pretty good.
Same.
Ah, hey, y'all. Hope everyone's having a great Monday. Always great. T3, hello.
Hey.
Every time it's kind of spelled out that way, I always just picture Miss Doubtfire. Hello. So, yeah. Nobody's illusion says, who's Cadence? Nice to meet you. So, Cadence, go ahead and introduce yourself.
So, I was about to say I'm Cadence, but duh. I'm Matt's daughter, actually. I pop in every once in a while to bug him.
Yeah, we usually get to do a lot of reviews and stuff together. That's always fun. So, all right. Well, let's jump over into crowdfunding right now, shall we?
All right.
Okay, starting off on Indiegogo, we got Tales of Tesla. I love this story. First off, huge Dan Cote fan. If you guys watch the videos, every time he comes on, I start fangirling. It's actually quite embarrassing, but he was that guy that like inspired me to get into comics in the first place. So the fact that he's got a new story all about Tesla, which is so cool. So yeah,
Yeah, we hear about it the whole day before you actually get on the video. Oh my
it's true. It's true. And this is why I don't usually allow Cadence on these videos because she tells my secrets. Thanks. Appreciate you.
goodness! Love you too.
All right. We also got Black Blossom issue 6 coming out. This one, it's at $180. It's got a goal of 400, and this needs to happen, guys. It needs to happen.
I really like
Um,
the suit. I know nothing about the actual comic. I just really like his suit.
it's actually I've read issues 1 through 5, and they're hilarious. So he um, he created Black Blossom um, based off his wife, who, wouldn't it be cool to see a superhero who's totally afraid of a lizard and that kind of, set the scene. It's so awesome. This really needs to get out there.
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah. Plus, if he reaches his actual goals and was able to exceed them, he's got other issues that he's coming out with. I believe he's almost done with, or no, I believe he is done with issue 7 as well, and is working on 8. Plus, if he meets his goal, he's got a book called Outed, which is epic.
I'm guessing you
um,
will be the first to buy that.
if your mom will let me. Uh, so Outed, I gotta say, okay, um, it's basically a Superman story. That he had to change, for copyright reasons, had to change it from Superman, created his own, but it's still that family aspect that you get from the Superman stories, with that kind of Superman mentality, and basically it's all about his secret identity being outed to the world. So he has to start living more like Mr. Fantastic and stuff like that. It's so good, so good. So Black Blossom. Oh, now it jumped up to 230, guys. This needs to happen. And also, we got XCT, the monsters. Let me scroll up to the top. Oh,
So I can tell you were reading something.
yeah. So XCT is just such an awesome comic. Oh wow, 61 backers. That's awesome. So XCT, it just launched just the other day. It's so fun. It kind of is a sequel to the Spartacus series, and it's just which is XCT. Spartacus gets cloned and has to fight in these Extreme Champion tournament. Now they got the Monsters anthology, and oh man, it's just so fun,
It
so fun.
sounds like it.
All right, so yeah, all these guys, they just need to happen. We need more comics.
I mean, I'm down for any mythology. Just saying.
Oh yeah, they got some really cool, interesting takes on like Pegasus, on the Sasquatch, werewolves, just everything. So
Can
it's
we
so
buy
fun.
it?
So also, guys, I do want to point out the fact that none of these they don't pay us for promoting these books. They don't send us, you know, stuff going, hey, I want you to, here's a copy, go ahead and read it and show it off. That doesn't happen. It's just these are Kickstarters and Indiegogos that we actually feel really passionate about, and we desperately want to see happen.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's jump back into chat.
Ooh.
Well, thank you, Nobody's Illusion.
Thank you.
Yeah, Russell Clan is kind of taking over the show tonight. I decided to kick everybody off, and it's just me and Cadence. We actually get to spend some time together. So
Even though we're in two completely different rooms.
yeah, but I mean, we still.
Details.
Going back to that. Hello, yeah, Mr. Hanky. Gotta love Mr. Hanky. South Park's greatest creation. Okay, Nobody's Illusion says Tales of Tessa looks dope. Yeah, it
Yes,
is.
it
It
does.
really is. Andrew says, yes, Dan's work is awesome.
Agreed.
It truly is. It was, he had the coolest unboxing I've ever seen. So we're doing a show with him, and this crate shows up, and he was like, I got to kind of see what's in it. And it turned out to be a collection of his work that he had donated to a museum. So he's unboxing all this stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I remember when I did this." And he used such interesting material in order to make his artwork. It's like, yeah, this one I had ripped up tinfoil. This one I used trash, but it's just such amazing
Recycling.
work. Oh yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
Nobody's Illusion says at T3 Comics. Oh, yes. Don't forget about Hellbringers, the trade paperback volume 1. Hellbringers is such a fun story. I love it.
I don't think I know it.
Well, just the name alone should let you know. It's such an awesome one.
Sounds awesome.
Okay, so we do have some announcements. All right, so there is a new blog post out. So it's just kind of the future of NFTs and crypto comics. Um, I
I,
just wanted to.
I have
What was
mixed
that?
feelings. I have mixed feelings about that, but I'll let you say your thing first.
Okay. Um, First, it kind of gets into how NFTs have kind of changed the art landscape. Basically, it took a digital image and made it, kind of exclusive and gave it the value of, like, say, an original piece from like Monet versus just owning a print of it. So um, if you can get the original, it's kind of how it works, and it takes you through the history of it, everything from the colored coins. Um, so yeah, then we do talk about why everything kind of ballooned in price, and um, how it will eventually, I believe, go back down to um, a practical value, especially with crypto comics, how we actually can make it so an NFT actually serves a function, not just something like um, like Crypto Kitty and Crypto Punk, where it's just here's an image. What can you do with it? Nothing. With crypto comics, you can actually take it and turn it into a comic book
You can
and sell it
display
that
it.
way. What was that?
You can display it. Make everyone
Yes.
jealous that you spent over like the cost of a house on something.
We'll get into that in just a second. So, let's see. Up next, we also have reports from the Institute. It's the Vivid Halloween novel. That will be launching, I believe, October 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Now I know what I'm doing October 1st.
So, yeah, that's, man, Vivid just, they do everything right. Such awesome guys and girls down there. Yeah, Dave, Liz, they're just
They're
everything
cool.
they touch is gold. Oh yeah, very very funny too. Got a chance to meet him at the what was it, Megaplex in Florida. So
Can't believe you didn't take me, traitor.
well, okay. In my defense, it was my first time at a furry convention, and all I really knew about furry conventions were generalized rumors.
Am I
So
allowed to
I
ask
needed to
if those
see.
generalized rumors true or not?
What was that?
Are those generalized rumors true or not?
No, it's one of the kind of greatest crowds ever. I mean, everybody was supportive of each other. Everybody was just, I mean, nice, just nice, and excited. And it was actually quite refreshing to see, especially like going back to FanX, um, where kind of towards the end of the convention, people are just almost getting just fed up and standing in lines. They're tired, they're
Yeah. Well,
cranky.
you've been walking for several days on end. You don't really get a chance to sit down
Mhm.
unless you sit on the floor. So I understand that.
But everybody at Megaplex, they were just so excited to be out there, and it was just refreshing to see. So
Yeah.
all right, shall we move on to the news?
Yes.
We're actually just kind of cruising along today, aren't we?
We can have our little gossip session later.
All right, well, let's get back to chat real quick. Why can I hear crickets in the background? I know it's not my iPad. Are you doing sound of cricket? No,
That's
that's
the
something to
dog.
do with
That's
what?
the dog. He's whimpering and whining. I
No, no,
think.
there's you can hear something else. It sounds I think it is coming from your mic, but
Mine?
yeah.
Sorry. Hey.
I think it's more of
Uh-uh.
the headset alone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. T3 comes in and says will be a chance to get them signed by Chad and Joe.
Cool.
Oh, okay. I see what he's saying. Yeah, go follow our pre-launch on Aurora 1 too. Worked with Chad Harden and Joe Rubenstein. Oh, Steve Geiger. Oh man. Oh. So yeah, super excited about basically everything T3 does. Um, dude, no, I got a bunch of the prints down there.
I know. I helped you put them all in their sleeves.
I love it.
Organize them.
Oh yeah. So okay. All right. Up first, we'll jump into kind of the NFT news first. And this one is just, it blows my mind. So, you guys remember this image, right? I mean, it's the meme. Yeah, we've all seen it.
It's
Well,
all over.
this meme actually sold as an NFT for $74,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's insane to me.
that's where my mixed feelings come into play.
Um, Now, here's if you own the rights to it. Some NFTs you own the image, some you own the actual usage rights. Like the Charlie bit my finger video on YouTube, that was eventually taken down off of YouTube because somebody had bought the rights um, to use in like commercials and stuff like that. So
It's
that
taken
kind of
down.
stuff, what was that?
It was taken down.
Yes, that kind of stuff actually does make sense. That you would, buy the image as an NFT in order to use the usage rights, but just to own this image, I can't see anybody caring enough. That's just weird.
I feel sorry for when that little girl grows into an adult and your parents are like, look, you were a meme when you were like 5. If that.
Yeah,
All over the internet. Everyone knows you. No one knows who you are, but everyone knows you.
but yeah, I mean, $74,000. That's quite the paycheck.
That's a
Hopefully,
lot.
your parents, invested in something like college, but
Or a yacht.
yeah. All
Means
right.
college. I have a boat.
I hope you don't actually believe
No.
that to be true. Coming from an educator.
A former educator
Yep. Former educator. Used to teach high school.
who doesn't agree at all with the education system.
There are some stuff, but we're not getting. No, no, no. No, no, no. All right. So next up, we got Method Man's um, first ever NFT will be a comic book series. Now, for those audience who actually are familiar with Method Man, you guys would know that he's a lot of his music and his videos and stuff like that are very, very inspired by comic books. In fact, a lot of the Wu Tang clan they actually have appeared in many, many movies based on comic books. So the fact that his first NFT that he's creating is going to be a comic book isn't that surprising, but
It's
I
cool.
can't wait.
I don't know anyone. I don't know anything about this guy, but
Method
it's
Man,
cool. Yeah, I don't know.
I got some songs you might like.
After this live, I'm going to be listening to Method Man music for till midnight, aren't I?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I have school tomorrow.
Well, uh, that's your fault. So, I love you. I'll let you sleep eventually.
Like 1 in the morning.
All right. So next up, it's let me scroll down. We have this is kind of a sad story. Filipino comic book inker Jeff Hewitt uh, passed away from complications with COVID-19. So um, he's worked on so many different Marvel comics and stuff like that.
COVID just
It's
sucks.
say again.
COVID just sucks, man. Like, it's mean.
Yeah. So I mean, he's worked on Fantastic Four, Planet Hulk, so many books. Iron Man, I mean, Ultimate Spider Man, uh, the Kingstone Bible, I believe. Um, anyway, so he passed away on September 23rd. Uh, amazing inker, and he will be missed. So,
Yeah. Mm.
well, yeah, Planet Hulk is one of the best Hulk stories ever. I agree that it was a really good one.
Mm. I don't keep up with comics that much, but I do really like uh the Hulk and all of his stories. Most of his stories. There were some that I did not agree with.
Fry and Jared get fired. They
From
don't
this
know it
one.
yet.
I got fired from this video. I took over. I'm more important now.
Yeah, we'll have to let them know that they've been replaced. Don't tell them yet, guys.
I'm cuter. They'll understand.
Yep. I was going to say Method Man is our generation, Matt. Yep. Amen to that.
Yeah, y'all old.
All right. So, should we move on to Indy?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, your kid ran through the house. Yes. Still yelling.
Gotta love my kids.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
so sweet.
So, Dark Horse, actually, Freddie Miller is their new managing editor, which is it's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, she's been working on Dark Horse's like Disney side and a lot of their. Um, I'm sorry, I could hear my son.
Okay.
Okay.
No idea what he yelled, but he yelled.
Yep. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Uh, yeah, Freddie has worked on so many different kind of the editor for stuff like um, their licensed products, such as Fox, Lucasfilms, Disney, all that kind of stuff. So now to see Freddie in more of a kind of an overarching role as far as editorial, that's awesome to me.
Yeah,
And
that is
Dark Horse is
cool.
definitely going to be better for it.
It sounds cool, and from what I've heard, it looks cool.
That would be my son, Steven. He's running
Yeah.
around being crazy. Yeah, he wanted to sit down and read, and apparently that means run around and scream. So,
you
what do
have
you do?
you have rambunctious children, and you love them.
Yep. Oh, all right. So, next up, yeah, we got some Why the Last Man news. And are you familiar with that story, Cadence?
Um. Okay, I heard a little bit about it. I heard a little bit. Isn't it where like everyone, not everyone, all the guys just die except one man, and now
Yeah,
some women are like, "Hey, we should experiment on him," and some women are like, "Kill him off."
yeah. So Why the Last Man is created by I'm gonna screw this name up, Pia Guerrera, as well as Brian K. Vaughan. Um, it is about one guy who just, well, all the males in the world just die,
Yeah,
except for one guy. And so women have kind of taken over. Not that they had much choice, but
let the animals
they're
take
trying to
over,
keep the
become all this.
infrastructure going. And you have this guy who's kind of on the run. Um, it's really an interesting take on that
He looks
last man
terrified.
civilization. Yeah. Well, so they have a new show on Hulu called Why the Last Man, of course, and uh, Pi Guerrera. What he's done is he was, of course, the artist. He's drawing all the characters as they appear on the show. So kind of as banners and stuff like that. It makes it just a really nice mix between the comic book and the uh, television entertainment.
That's cool. I feel like the only exposure people really had to the mixture of comic books and movie entertainment is Marvel and DC. And some of those movies have not been the best.
Yeah.
Can you hear him?
Yep. Matt Jr.
No. No, no, no. I'm good. I love you. I'm good.
All right, and yeah, it looks like we had some kind of bot spamming it. So yeah, I got rid of it. That was weird. Hate it when we get those bots.
Mm. They're always fun though.
All right, so we have Charlie Brown and Linus kind of making a interesting return in Bloom Country or Bloom County.
There you go.
So you guys might recognize that particular cat, and this one is actually kind of interesting because uh, after Charles Shorts passed away, um, he his son owns the rights to the peanuts, and he wouldn't let anybody use them due to the fact that he didn't want the peanuts to turn into more of a South Park.
Yeah, that
So
would be sad.
yeah, well, now they're actually being used in Bloom County. And what this story actually is the cat is sitting in the bathtub, just kind of ranting about his life, and you have Charlie Brown actually showing up in a comic. So
I want to read that now. Just to know what his response was. Like, this is my life. It's like, oh, sorry?
let's see. Dominic says, "Hey Matt, been wanting to ask. will the how to create a comic thing you were doing a while back ever come back? We ran into some legal issues actually creating that, so we did have to take a step back. But I would love to, in the future, kind of after we go live, move more into a how-to show again. So I can't say for certain, but I'm personally hopeful.
Which means he pushes for it every freaking meeting.
I don't actually, but yeah.
Okay. It's not like we can't hear you.
All right. Now, on to some more indie news. This one I'm actually, once again, kind of excited about. We have, okay, so a while back, Spider Girl was kind of created as a one off um, in a kind of alternate reality storyline. And it Spider Girl got a little traction. Now, the creators of Spider Girl are teaming back up for the Right Project, which is a indie comic.
Wait, Spider
So
Girl or Spider Gwen?
Spider Girl,
Okay, thank you.
the daughter of Peter Parker and Mary Jane,
This one will be
not
fun.
the alternate version of Gwen Stacy.
All right, let's go.
So yeah, we got Tom DeFalco and Ron Friends coming together. It will be published with Apex Comics, and it's going to be awesome. I honestly, I haven't heard much yet about the Right Project. I haven't heard, uh, they haven't really released um, a description of it yet, other than, it's been announced that these guys are going to be working together again. So
That's
I
cool.
can't wait.
Yeah, me and Steven got one thing in common. We are obsessed with Spider-Man. So this would be fun. I want to read it.
All right. How do you guys get into trouble for explaining how to make a comic? It wasn't the fact that we had actually gotten in trouble over that. We were bringing on creators and just going to make a single comic, and um, it became like a rights issue, like who owned the rights to that story. Uh, as far as what they had contributed and stuff like that. So before we pursued it any further, we decided to take a step back and kind of reevaluate things.
Wait, I
So
thought that the people who made the comics owned it, but like you guys you
no,
guys
no,
had
this
permission
is
to be like, look at this.
this is a comic that we were actually creating, which was uh, it was a story about Bob the astronaut and um, kind of through mythological storylines and stuff like that. And we had brought in other creators to actually help us with some design work and stuff like that. We were kind of showing off everything as we are going. So,
All
um,
right. All right, now
yeah.
I see how that would be more of a legal problem. All right, I understand now. Sadly, but I understand.
All right. We're flying through the news.
I have an idea. You should bring Steven on. He can help me make a comic.
Hey, if you guys want to make a comic, I am more than willing to help you guys out, and it'll be awesome. Okay. So next up, kind of moving away from the indie and more into the, big um, publishers right now. We have this one is a little. Ugh. So Steve Ditko's estate files copyright termination notice on Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. This one has some other ramifications. Now, um,
I have one question before you get into that. Does this
yes,
mean we will not get uh, Masters of the Universe or the new Spider-Man movie.
Say the one more time.
Does this mean we will not be getting the Masters of the Universe movie?
Masters of the Universe movie. That
Yeah.
He-Man.
Oh yeah. What was the new Doctor Strange movie called?
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why was I thinking
Um,
of He-Man?
you know what? He-Man is always a-okay in my book.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're flying through everything because I'm not on the stream doing unboxing, and Jared is in here. Uh, yeah. So,
Replay the fifth.
when, as everybody knows, when Andrew joins, he's usually has a truckload of stuff to unbox. So it could take a while to get through everything. But yeah, so
A little bit. I'll bet.
so we got a question on some badge codes from Rose. How will I get to see badge codes now? I can't see properly. What would you do for me? Hey, will you be having Cody on this week or next week? As far as Cody Byer, I don't believe we have him scheduled. Uh, I know we have, let's see, Report from the Institute, which is the Vivid Halloween novel. That's going to be launching on the 1st. And other than that, I believe it's just the couch. Oh, I do have a couple of unboxing on my desk waiting for the next invite. Oh, boy. Of course, you got more. Of course, you do.
He has
This
money
guy
to
has like
spend.
pretty much bought all of the indie comic industry,
He has
just
money to
everything.
spend. Let him. It's really entertaining to watch Fry go, we have stuff to do. And everyone else just go, yeah, but we have this.
Well, Rose, back to your question. We will do everything that we can in order to, help you out. I hope that everything goes good with your eyes eventually. So, um, yeah. All right. So back to the news. So, like I said, Steve Ditko's estate, as people know, Steve Ditko had passed away. He was the co-creator of like Marvel, or well, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and several others. Um, I don't think this is going to, put any kind of a stop on anything that's currently in motion. So the
Okay.
um, Spider-Man movie is going to come out on time. The Doctor Strange movie is going to come out on time. Um,
So
yeah,
now's the time to start any new projects and be like, no, we started this a while ago. We just never put it on paper.
no. What I think is going to happen, and for those of you guys who don't know the copyright laws, um, what it's supposed to do is after a certain amount of time, it will revert back to, or the ownership will revert back to the creators. So
So like a
now,
contract deadline.
like yeah.
Okay.
So what's happening now is they're filing for that termination notice saying, hey, time is up. It's supposed to go back to us. Um, what I think is going to happen is they're going to essentially lease out Spider-Man and Doctor Strange and all them back to Marvel. Um, so everything will just keep going, but they're going to end up getting a little piece of that pie, which is, much, much deserved.
Yeah,
So,
they're
yeah.
great characters, and they can stand alone in their own thing and still get people to buy tickets and come in and spend money to see them. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, what's kind of happening as because of this, uh, people like Stan Lee's brother, who has worked on several of the original Avengers, they're saying, "Hey, time's up with us too." So as of right now, you have like um, Captain America,
See,
I
I
believe
thought
the
Captain
Hulk, all
America was done. Like Marvel is done using him at the moment.
no, not at all.
Really?
Um, yeah,
Because he died.
no, the character of Steve Rogers, well, he's died several times. Um, that's just it's comics. The
I'm
only
sure he was.
person who stays dead is Uncle Ben. Um, Originally, it was Uncle Ben and Gwen Stacy, but then they brought her back, and there was a whole nasty um, story about that, which was just stupid. Um, but no, so Captain America in the comics, you have Steve Rogers who came back as Captain America. You also have Falcon who's still going by Captain America. Um, you have all these characters, but under that Captain America umbrella, they're they have to kind of renegotiate in order to keep those alive. Basically, everybody, including like Black Widow, if you've seen them in the Avengers, right now, they're the rights might go back to the original creators' estates. So uh, hopefully, yeah, they get all that financially set. I think in the end, it's going to just take Disney kind of breaking out their uh, pocketbooks, because I don't think there's any chance that they're going to want to get rid of their kind of highest selling comics right now. Ever since that
Yeah.
MCU came around, they had like the X-Men was with Fox, uh, Hulk was with Universal, stuff like that. So it was essentially the Avengers were the only ones that Marvel could use.
Wait, is that
So
why Hulk hasn't had his own movie in a
he
while?
has, but they had to share the rights and profits with Universal.
Okay.
So that's there was that Edward Norton version of Hulk, and since then we've never had a full Hulk movie. So that's why you see him popping up in stuff like Shang-Chi. You see him popping up in stuff like Thor. So he's going to keep that trend going, where essentially Marvel doesn't have to actually um, share profits with another company.
Because he wasn't in his own movie. That
Exactly.
totally makes sense.
Well, he was in the Avengers, so he was just a small part of a larger ensemble.
Yeah. I want to see a Red Hulk, man. I do.
I don't know if we're going to get Red Hulk in the MCU. I don't know. We do know that Thunderbolt Ross is still going to be a major character going forward, but I don't know if he's actually going to get to be Red Hulk.
that's that's sad. Can I say that's disappointing? That's disappointing. I really liked him.
Hmm.
I don't know why. I just do.
Hey, so last but not least, as far as the news goes, um, we have the Black Canary writer Misha Green seemingly hints that Diana Lance will don a more comic accurate costume. Now, this one kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. Um, okay.
Do you want to know what happened, or you want me to tell you later? That was funny.
This is why we can't have nice things.
See ya, sucker.
All right, so let's get back to the news. As you guys know, there was that Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, which was a movie. That's all I will say. It was a movie. Okay, so apparently it is getting a Black Canary spinoff on HBO Max. Now,
You finish first.
okay. I started thinking about this, and it was just I was racking my brain. I was like, how could they do that? Because honestly, Birds of Prey is it made my eyes bleed. Um,
They had such great characters, and then they didn't use them correctly.
in my like looking at it while I was watching the movie, it felt like the writers were given the names of characters and then nothing else, and so they kind of just made it up as they went. Um,
I mean, Harley Quinn was iffy on accuracy, but she's kind of a big name right now, especially right now. So
well, at the
they
time,
had a
Harley Quinn had never even been in the Birds of Prey in the comics, so I was like, why? Why would you do this? Um,
to
but
make it
Black
spicy.
Canary, actually thinking back on this, when this news article first kind of popped up, I started thinking about it, and I was like, well, Black Canary is the only one that they could do that wasn't so far away from the comic book origins that they couldn't kind of navigate back to it. Um,
Yeah.
Now they've actually had great success with Lovecraft Country and those kind of shows.
I
Uh,
don't know that one. I am hoping this one is gonna turn out like the Suicide Squad because the first one it had a lot of studio. Can you watch where you're stepping, please? You're gonna unplug this computer.
so yeah, it had a lot of
Sorry.
studio interference. This one, the latest Suicide Squad, they basically were like, "Hey, we're just gonna write a check and step back. You guys do your thing," and it was amazing. And I'm really, really hoping that uh, this one they're able to kind of knock it out of the park. And I'm hoping that they can actually stick to a more comic book accurate uh, look, feel, and even origin.
I want them to bring in Green Arrow. I almost said Green Lantern there for a second.
Uh, well,
They're
in
both a color.
the deceased comics, Black Canary actually does become a Green Lantern, which it was such a cool arc. Oh man, I love just DC
Let me
outdid
guess. You
themselves
reset it.
when they brought in zombies, and it was epic. Oh, you got to check out the deceased title. You will not be able to set them down. They're so good.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Deceased and like they reset it like very fast after they finished it.
Oh no, they keep resetting everything normally, but deceased was an actual title. Um, it was kind of the answer to um, Marvel Zombies storyline.
Hmm.
And this one, it starts off with you have Darkseid, who actually gets that anti-life equation. Which, if you watch the Zack Snyder's Justice League, you actually see Darkseid trying to go after that equation. So he gets it, and it turns everybody into zombies. And it's all spread through. Okay, I know this sounds cheesy, but it's spread through the internet, and But hey, it's actually done well through Cyborg. It's actually really done well. Um,
Wait. So every time you yell at me, Steven and Aaliyah, because we're zombies when we're on our electronics, it's because you got that from a story?
no. I've been saying that for years now.
Uh,
Okay.
I
Uh,
totally believe you.
so um, one of the first to go was Batman, which was
Oh,
awesome. Um,
but it's Batman. He's.
it was a good moment. Alfred actually had to put him down.
Oh, that would be painful.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Um, Damian Wayne became Batman, and Jonathan Kent became Superman. It was a pretty awesome title. Green Lantern became Diana Lance became Green Lantern. It was a really good story. I'll have to let's check that out. So holy
What do you
cow, guys,
have in your
we are
mouth?
under an hour.
No, Kid, that is not safe for you to have in your freaking.
Well, I had to mute my daughter because apparently she's yeah. What I don't know what's going on. Um, anyway, we are under an hour, and I think this would be a good time to end it. So, uh,
I'm sorry.
thank you
Your kid's
everybody for
putting stuff
joining us
into his
tonight.
retainer. Thank you.
Uh, this is my life. I love
You had this one coming. I heard the stories about how you grew up.
it. True.
Nugget.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. And yeah, there'll be more shorts coming out. And those shorts might contain something that you might want to pay attention to. I'm not saying what it is, but be on the lookout.
Will you tell me?
After the show.
It's just you and me right now. Tell me.
Okay. It's just you and I. All right.
Yeah.
So on a couple of them, there might be some badge codes, but I'm just saying,
Mm.
not on every one of them. You got to kind of sprinkle it in there.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Since it's just you and me right now.
Oh, they were listening.
How could you?
All right.
Will you be doing this a lot more often?
I don't know. It depends on what everyone thinks.
All right. Well, with that being said, take care, everyone.